this is Sid here, and welcome back to the Thanksgiving special! Woohoo! If I am smart and if everything went according to plan, then this video should be coming out on Thanksgiving Day, but if I am dumb and stupid like how I sometimes am, then this video might be coming out a little bit later. So, depending on when it does come out, happy Thanksgiving or happy late Thanksgiving. I hope that y'all are having a great time, or if it already happened, I hope that y'all did have a great time no matter what y'all did. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you and your family do for Thanksgiving? My family, we personally all get together and have a little gathering and have a little feast. So all of us meet up and have lunch together at my grandmother's house, and it's just a really nice little celebration with the whole entire family. So yeah, basically I was thinking, I wonder what type of thing I can do for a cool Thanksgiving special. And I made a poll here on my YouTube community page asking y'all what y'all thought that I should do. And my mom, actually, because she is a proud subscriber and supporter of the YouTube channel, commented down below and she was like, you should draw your OCs and their favorite foods. And I was like, wow, that is actually a great idea, Mom. So that is what I decided to do, and that is what I'm going to be showing y'all today. I drew 4 of my OCs, Ash, Leonnah, Destiny, and Chro, with their favorite foods. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So the first one that I drew, and the first one that I'm going to be showing y'all, is Leonnah with fries. And this one was honestly kind of random. I feel like I put a lot more like thought into the other ones, but I was just having like the absolute hardest time trying to decide like what to give each OC. Because at first I was thinking like only in terms of like medieval type food, because I mean my fantasy story takes place in like a ancient old times medieval setting, you know? But the thing about it being fantasy is like I can literally make it however I want. So like if I felt like it, I could literally just incorporate like modern day food into the medieval society, and like no one could say anything because I mean it's fantasy, right? And it's not true to begin with. So yeah, basically Leonnah is a Lightlander, and the Lightlanders live in like this place with lots of like open plains and like fields, so they grow lots of crops. They're like a very agricultural society, and I feel like they'd be very, very fond of like vegetables and stuff. So she would have her potatoes, you know, like all those starches and carbohydrates like I learned in science class earlier this year for like the 4th year in a row, because I mean none of our science teachers are competent enough to do anything, but that's a story for another video. Basically, I feel like potatoes, I love potatoes, to be honest. I love like mashed potatoes and like baked potatoes and like all of that great stuff. And of course, I also love fries, which are definitely like a very hyped up form of potatoes. But yeah, people who like fries but don't like potatoes, like my brother, he eats fries like all the time, but like he will absolutely refuse to eat like a mashed potato or like a baked potato. Like I actually don't understand them. So if you're someone who's like that, please comment down below and like explain to me like what is the mentality behind that. Like I literally don't understand. But I mean, I guess I'm being a hypocrite because I'm the type of person who likes tomatoes but doesn't like ketchup, so yeah. But anyways, I feel like Leonnah would be really, really cutesy with her nice modern day fries. She would definitely have like the type from like McDonald's, you know? My favorite fries are the fries from Chick-fil-A, the waffle fries, but Zaxby's fries are also really good as well because of all of the spicy seasoning and stuff. Please leave your favorite fry down below, and I will let you know if your opinion is right or wrong. But yeah, since I didn't really like put much thought into Leonnah's, that is basically hers. She looks very, very cute and adorable sitting here next to her fries. But the next one that I decided to draw was Destiny, and yes, I actually did put a lot more like conscious thought and consideration into Destiny's design. But Destiny Destiny is also a Lightlander, so she lives in the same place as Leonnah does, and they would eat around the same thing, they would have around the same diet, except Destiny is special because she is actually a vegetarian. So she does not eat any meat because she really likes animals and she is very fond of them. So she would not want to be hurting animals in order to eat meat. I personally get really hurt by the prospect of eating animals. I am actually a carnitarian, which means that I do not eat fish, primarily because I have pet fish. So I feel like if I ate fish, then that would be like eating my pets, which I feel like would be really wrong. But yeah, I am not a full vegetarian right now, but I hope that maybe like one day when I'm older, I'll be able to like convert, you know? Lots of my friends are vegetarian because I have lots of like Indian and Asian friends, you know? So yeah, but Destiny is a vegetarian. She also likes horses a lot. Like she has a pet horse and horses are some of her favorite animals. So I was thinking to myself like, horses, what type of food do they like? And you know, horses like apples and they like carrots. So I was thinking also like, would I give Destiny a carrot or would I give her an apple? And honestly, at first I was leaning more towards the carrot side because, you know, apples are really like juicy and sweet, and I feel like Destiny is not really a sweet person, so I feel like it wouldn't really match her personality that well. But I was also thinking about like the accent colors and stuff, and like even though I didn't put much thought into Leonnah's like design, the fries go really well with her like outfit and her colors because she has like the nice golden brown blonde hair and the fries are like that same exact color, you know? But if I put carrots with Destiny, I feel like those colors would not go well together. So I decided to put the apple with Destiny instead because Destiny's main accent color is red, and of course most apples are red. I know you can always get like the golden apples or the green apples, but my favorite type of apples are the red apples, and my opinion is once again the only one that matters here. So yeah, basically I drew Destiny next to her little apple. I actually feel like I rendered the apple pretty well, especially since like it took me a very short amount of time. I rendered the apple within like a minute using the Gaussian blur, but I feel like it actually looks like really good. So yeah, comment down below, what do you think of the rendering of my apple? But I wrote, an apple a day keeps the darkness at bay, because that's just a really cool catchphrase. Comes from like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, you know. I love all of that great stuff, making jokes out of rhymes. And I gave Destiny and Chro both like travelers outfits in this one because I mean I love the armor to death, like, and yeah, that's canonically accurate because what they wear in the book series is armor, but I feel like armor is just like such a pain to like draw. Like I can draw it well in like the standing straight poses, but like in any pose that's like more complex than that, it's just like so hard to have to deal with like all the plates of armor. So I'm wondering if I could like redesign all of my characters that have armor on and give them just like traveling outfits. Leave a comment down below if that sounds interesting to you, and I will consider doing that. But yeah, this was just a really cute traveling outfit that I gave Destiny, and here is her completed picture. I feel like she looks very cute, and I honestly feel like the OCs with food is one of my favorite series that I've ever drawn so far, because I feel like my art style just really shines in it, and yeah, I feel like it just looks really good in a very non-arrogant or egotistical way, because I mean I don't want to sound like I'm bragging because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying I feel like I've improved, and of course improvement is always good, you know. But the next one is, and honestly this one is my favorite. It might be because Chro is my bestest boy, it might be because I feel like the pancakes look really good, but I drew Chro with pancakes, and I personally like waffles more than pancakes, but I mean I don't know. Pancakes seem to be more popular with people, so I decided to draw Chro with pancakes. Chro is definitely like that popular boy type of person. Like he's very funny and goofy and overall just like absolutely hilarious, and I love him so much. I also drew similarities between Chro and Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel, and Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel is very fond of pancakes as well. At the end, after they defeat had them in the final battle, he's like, so, who's up for pancakes? So, that's why I wrote who's up for pancakes, because I feel like they sort of have like a similar personality. They're both very, very like awkward, but they're also just like so wholesome at the same time. And like, I love both of them like to death. Chro is undeniably my favorite OC. I know it's really bad because like all of my OCs are like my literal children, and you're not supposed to have favorite children, but Chro is like definitely my favorite child. So yeah, I drew blueberry pancakes because I feel like the blueberries are just really good with him because of course Chro has the blue hair and the blue eyes, so all of the accent colors, you know, they all just tie together really, really well, and they just go very nicely together. So yeah, I drew the pancakes, I drew the blueberries, the butter on top, the syrup dripping down the side, and I have actually drawn pancakes 3 times before on my iPad, and this is definitely the best pancake drawing that I've drawn so far. So that is another way that my art style is improving. That's very, very good. I drew once again like the traveler's outfit right here. I based it sort of off of the champion's tunic outfit from Tears of the Kingdom, and I based Destiny's off of the Hylian tunic from Breath of the Wild. But yeah, they both look very, very similar. I feel like he just looks so, so cute. He took a lot longer than the other ones did. The other ones took like 3 or so hours, but he took like 5 hours. But I feel like it was definitely worth it because he is actually like one of my favorite drawings that I've ever done so far. So yeah, I feel like Chro would be in love with his pancakes. He lives in the Darklands, which are actually a really like snowy and cold area, but I feel like grains, grow better in like snowy and cold areas because I feel like the grains grow up north in the United States. I live down south, so we have more like fruits and like vegetables and stuff, but I feel like Pennsylvania was like the breadbasket of the new American colonies, and like Pennsylvania gets like really cold in the winter and stuff, so yeah, I feel like grains would grow really well in the cold areas, and I feel like he would be enjoying his pancakes up there in the cold with his nice like maple syrup, you know, all those Canadian vibes. So yeah, and then the last one that I drew was actually Ash, and as many of y'all probably already know, Ash is my lovely villainous boy. He was not always a villain. He actually started off as a very like shy, timid, quiet little cutesy boy, and then he slowly turned evil because of how people were treating him being bullied, him being socially isolated and ostracized basically, and them hurting his family and friends to a point where he just couldn't really take it anymore and then mentally snapped in half. But in contrast to his cousin Destiny, Ash is actually like very much so a carnivore because Ash is actually like a wolf. So all of my characters, or most of my characters, if they're descended from a goddess, they can turn into an animal. So Destiny can turn into a lion and Ash can turn into a wolf. So wolves of course are mainly carnivores. They eat meat, they hunt down their prey and stuff, and they travel with their packs in order to catch their prey. And yeah, so I don't know if like wolves prey on pigs in like real life or anything. I wasn't really considering that when I drew this, but I felt like a really cool thing to draw for him to encapsulate the breakfast vibes that Chro had, and to encapsulate like the carnivore vibes that he had, was to do the classic like bacon and eggs combo, because you know that's just like an iconic traditional breakfast food that people have here in the United States. They have their bacon and eggs, you know. So I feel like Chro would be enjoying his pancakes and Ash would be enjoying his bacon and eggs. And his accent color isn't really red. His accent color is more like purple, but I mean like there's no like purple foods when you think about it, except for like eggplants maybe, or like figs, plums, I don't know. But there's no like purple meat obviously, and meat is like red, and red is like the color of his eyes, so I feel like it still ties in pretty well. And the egg, I don't really know like what the significance of the egg would be, to be honest. I feel like he does end up turning on Chro and Raven and like hurting them pretty badly, and Chro and Raven of course are the birds, so they can transform into crows and ravens as their names suggest. So maybe the egg is like symbolizing bird's egg, you know, like he turned on Chro and Raven, so he killed them and stole their eggs or something like that. I don't know, this is like so weird, but yeah, there's more symbolism in this drawing. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Here's my cute boy Ash and him and his bacon and eggs. So I hope that you enjoyed him, and anyways, that's pretty much it for this video because these are all of my 4 drawings. Here are all of them together in the gallery walk. So yeah, which one is your favorite and which of these foods is your favorite? Please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear. And yeah, I hope that you guys liked watching this video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. It always helps me out so much when you do, and I really appreciate it. Each and every time that you like this video, it helps to boost it into the algorithm so that more people like you can see it, which is always so amazing because I do indeed love to show my artwork with all the people in the artist community and to share my characters and my stories with the world. Each one of y'all is helping me take a step to make my dreams come true, so I am so grateful and appreciative for that this Thanksgiving season. It also helps you because when you subscribe, you'll stay tuned and get notified whenever I post a new video, so you will never miss out on a single upload. I, unlike most other YouTubers, actually upload very frequently. I upload multiple long-form videos every single week, and I upload multiple short-form videos every single day. So no matter what, I can almost guarantee that you will always have something fun and interesting to watch, and you will never be bored. But yeah, if you want to take your support a step further, then please click the links in the description box down below. Those will take you to my Instagram page, my Pinterest page, my Roblox page, and my NaNoWriMo page. I have a lot less followers on there than I do on some of my other platforms, so if you feel so inclined, please feel free to follow me on there as well. But anyways, I hope y'all guys all have a great rest of your day and Thanksgiving season, and happy autumn and fall, and I will see y'all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye, and eat more waffles!